In episode 3, we see Zlatko and Milan ostensibly going to rescue Dragan, their papa, the kind of godfather of the Panthers gang, from jail.
We had a number of possible locations for the prison, and eventually we found HMP Blunderstone, where they would let us fire guns and they would let us fly helicopters around and let off smoke, and we could have the run of the place.
What if it rains?
If it rains,
We're in trouble.
we're in big trouble.
Big trouble.
We can't fly, so helicopters will be grounded. And that weather that's at Luton at the moment is heading this way, so it will get worse here before it gets better. But I think from about 1 o'clock it starts improving.
The prison itself, involved about 60 extras. We also had 3 cameras running, 3 camera teams, the whole of the film crew there. So everything that we do during that period is we check and we check again and we practice.
So we're going to bring the helicopter into here, into a hover, a low hover, while they drop the bags out and the flares.
There are lots of rules about what you can have in a helicopter. We couldn't have any of the smoke grenades actually in the helicopter flying, because if they went off, they would down the helicopter.
What happens is that springs up, initiates a charge inside on those, and then you obviously that just deflagrates the material in there, and it just slowly burns down, emitting smoke from those 2 vents, ports there.
Well, the idea is to get the supporting artist and the actors' actions true to what would happen if one was going to do this sort of thing. And there is quite a lot of historical background to people escaping from prisons by helicopter.
The only way we could get the helicopter to be able to land safely in that area was to completely rip up all the scrub that was there and re-tarmac it.
I'm not a huge fan of action for the sake of action. So for me, with the action sequences, it's always about trying to make them as authentic as ever possible, and hopefully make so you can feel a little bit of the motivations and the decisions made by the characters in there.
I felt really powerful in that moment, like a real boss, really slowly, like I'm going on some business trip. I went into chapter and we flew away from the prison. Yeah.
Zlatko is the new generation who wants to put the Panthers past behind him, who doesn't want to deal with diamonds and guns and drugs, but wants to move forward to a more corporate type of criminality. And Milan will have to decide between the old world and the new.
Zlatko is telling him, if you go away with Dragan, if you do this, I'm going to kill your brother. And he makes a decision to save Dragan and try to save his brother's life.
He needs money for a heart operation for Adnan, and that is why he did the diamond raid in episode 1, why he has now had to sell the diamonds to Zlatko. So he's in hock to Zlatko on the one hand, but has a debt of loyalty towards Dragan.